All right, guys. So I told you all that I'm going to make a video to cover the project work expected to submit. So let's get started. So we'll be treating HTML, JavaScript, and I believe should be familiar with this. You can open this in your notepad if you want, and I believe you understand what this is. First, we open an HTML tag. Let me see this scratch. So open your HTML tag. Okay, space it. Then next thing you want to do is open your style tag. Okay. Then when you close your style tag, open your body tag. So I'm using VS Code. VS Code can help you to automatically close your tags. So this is the skeletal system. So you need to do this. All right. So when you're done with this, you can add some extra spacing. So the style area is where you add some designs to whatever you create in the body tag. So in your body tag, you want to open your div, right? Okay. So your div is like a box, a container that's going to hold all the content of your website. Okay. But you can only use these tags in between this opening body tag and the closing body tag. So you are going to start by creating your content here. So now here we are going to type all the content that's going to display on our website. Okay. But this spacing will be too small. So what we need to do is to break it, okay, so that we can add some more rooms to do things. Now, HTML uses tags. So you start with a beginning tag and the end tag. That's what you have here. The next thing you want to do, like I said, we are creating a two-player game. Okay, so you need to create a box to hold two buttons. Okay, but first, we need to introduce our game to the public. So we open the H1 tag, which is to create a very large text. Okay, so welcome to the game. Okay, so we do that first here, or better still, since this is the introduction, we can put it here at the top. Welcome to the game. We have a div. So div is a box that can hold other elements. So if you create, you can create a box inside a box like this. Okay, so I have a single box in this box. And then I can also open another box here, like so. All right, so we have two div in a div. So two boxes in one box, like so. So here, layer one, and then layer two. Right? So we have layer one and we have layer two. So layer one is the top, it's at the top, layer two is at the top. Okay. So let's save this and test it out and see what this is going to do. So to view this, so you want to right click, reveal file explorer. Okay. So that's it. So reveal in file explorer. So that's it. Right click it. Open with, you're going to use Edge. Okay, so remember, you need to pass an ID here. So we want to register this div. I create this div with a name that we can always use to reference this particular first div. So we have to give it an identity. Okay, okay, so that's it. Welcome the game. Oh, amend this, and then welcome the game, player one, player two. So what we need to do, welcome to the game. So we're going to register. Let's give this a color. So what I can do is I'm going to give it a unique name, ID, which means identity, for identification. I want to identify this as head, head, beg a pardon, head one. So I'm trying to avoid the words there because head is no computer recognizes the word head. So I'm trying to add something to it that the computer will not really recognize. So head one is a name I have created here. So I come down to my star hash symbol, which means identification, to search for head one. Then I open this my curly brackets called curly brackets. So I can from here change the color of my text to red and not just color. So now this is red. If I save this, Control S, and I go back to my edge and I refresh, see, voila, that changes the color of my code. So another thing you want to do is you can also give this one special identification. So guess what? I can apply this design of head one to this player one as well. Head one. So if I apply this rule, if I create an identity and assign the rule or the design that I have created for H1, which is head one, you see that the same design will be applied to player one. See? So what happens is player one inherits the design that I created in styles. So, and I can also apply the same design to player two. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the PL2 here. I'm going to change this to PL1. So this is to enable me to help me recognize what I am actually designing. So when I type PL1, I know that I am actually talking about referencing this guy. So I can give him a special color, like color for the text is blue. Remember, it's CLOR, not CLOUR, otherwise it won't work. So then hash symbol PL2 for the other guy here. PL2, we have color, PL, sorry. So we are going to use uniform color for them, PL2. All right. As a matter of fact, I can just switch this to, since both are going to have the same design, I can just use a unique name for PL, PL for both of them, PL, PL. So since both are going to have the same design, so let's see this. All right, so we have that in place. All right, so good work. If you cross this point, then it means you are moving along and you're progressing very well. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is to create a box. Remember, this is a div that is folded. It's actually a box. You just cannot see it, but it's a box. It's a box. There's a box here. You may not be able to see it, but it actually exists. Now, to prove this to you, I'll go back here, my div. Okay, my style. So I'm going to add background color. Background color, so you can see what I'm talking about. So we have a thick color at the top, so we need the lighter color behind. So I can use let's see. Yes, let's use that gray. All right, so save this. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so you can see we have a box that is stretching from one end to the other. So spans to the end of the page. So you need to reduce the width. This is the width I'm talking about. We need to reduce the width. Sorry about it. So we need to reduce the width of these subjects. Now I need to add a spacing between these two guys so you can see that they both have a difference. And there's a tag we use to break. We call it the break tag. BR tag. It needs to break. So I'm going to put this in between here so as to add a spacing. So just to add spacing between these two tags, we use the BR tag space. So fresh. All right, so that's it. We've applied the break. So now we're going to work on the width of this particular element. So let's go back to PL1 because this is where we handle the design, the shapes, and everything for our website. So we go to width, and then we adjust the width to 100 px is pixel size, and that is what we use for our measurement in programming in HTML. Yeah, in HTML. So let's test this out and see. You see, this is the reason why you use one identity for both for two HTML elements. So you don't have to start creating styles for different HTML elements. Okay, so you can use one design and then you just copy it as the identity name for your designs. Mind you, you do this for your styles, okay, not for JavaScript, but there are exceptions to that. So let's get moving. Let's keep moving. So now I also want to expand the height. The height of my HTML element, I also want it to be 100 pixels high. Okay, so that's okay. So that's it. Okay. Let me reduce this to 50. 50. All right. So 50. All right. So at this point, we've gotten our player 1 and 2 looking a bit nice and better. So we just need to find a way to add a little bit of score. Player 1 score, player 2 score, because we're going to be rolling a dice and then we'll be checking. We generate random numbers and then can apply some rules to it. Okay. So let me tweak this a little bit for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this player 1. This is the div. Okay, so div is a container, like I said, I can hold other things. So inside your div, you can decide to do some a little bit of padding. You can add some other things inside your box. So this box is different from this box. So in this box, we use a p tag. The p tag is used to type regular text that is not too big, right? So we can put this here. Then under it, we can now add the button tag. Oh, sorry, not the button tag. We can add another tag, h3 tag, or a smaller text, but still bold. Now we're going to use score. I will set the score to 0. This. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. No, let's preview this and see what it looks like. Okay, so score. All right, so you can see item is floating out of our box. So stick to 100. Okay, score 0. Okay, so our score is 0. And then 80. Fine. 80. Okay, so can also do the same for this guy and here. So all we need to do is just copy this guy, paste it here, then layer 2, score is 0. Save it, clear it. All right, so we have player 1 score, player 2 score. So the next thing we want to do is add a button just after this guy here. Here, we want to add a button. You can actually do this outside here, but I just want to stay a little bit organized, okay? So let's create a button. Okay. Okay, so fresh play. Okay. So the button can also have its identity. You just give this BTN short form for button. So come down here and do the same add BTN, add symbol. You set the width for your button. Let's make it 50 px wide. No, let's make it 100. Same as that of the div itself. And let's make this height 50 px. So, okay. So, I don't think well, we're still working. You guys are still fresh. I'm just trying to teach you how to use the basic HTML tag. So you can add another BR to increase the spacing. Like you can just do this, increase the spacing. Okay. So like this. So now we can just get this up here and push it down here. Okay. So fresh, so you have play on both sides. All right. So at this point, you can actually take a break, exercise your fingers, your hands, and then you get back to the code again. All right. All right. So bonus tips for the day. Bonus tips for the day. Let me scroll up so you can take some time. You can copy out the code if you want. You can write them out so you can study them. Study the code. Study the code. Okay, so now that we're done here, bonus tip, you can actually use the name, the registered name in the computer to change the background color of your document. So body as a name, we don't need to do this. You don't need to do this. Body, no. All right, body is known in HTML already. So you just have to type body. When you type body, you can change the background of your entire document. The entire document background is body. So let's give this app to see what it looks like. Let's go 1, 2, go test. Fresh. Voila. So that's it. So making more sense. All right. So I'm going to stop here and I will move to the next level of this game and see how it goes. Thank you very much. And I hope to see you submit a project to me. I want to see what you're doing. All right. You can comment below. If you're done with this project, just comment below, give me a thumbs up, and then tell us what challenge you also experienced or have. Okay? Thank you very much. See you in part 2 of this class. Okay? All right. Bye.